Hello everyone, Daniel Gannon here, and welcome to another custom showcase video. And this is a video on the ULP van. So the ULP van was a minor character who only appeared in the background. He appears in the 24th Railway Series book, Oliver the Western Engine, in the story Toad Stands By, where he was one of the trucks who was making fun of Oliver for falling into the turntable well in the previous story. And that's pretty much all there is to say about him. He was a background character who only appeared that once, and that's about it. He was never in the TV series, only in the Railway series. And yeah. So let's talk about the model then, shall we? So as you can see, he's painted pink with the letters ULP written on the side. And on that side right here too. He's got a white roof. Underneath it says ULP van. And here's his face right here. Yeah, I'm willing to admit this is not the best face. I painted it on. I did the best I could. I just tried to make it look like how he did in the illustration, with a concerned look on his face. But it's the best I could do, really. So, his nose is literally a triangle. It's meant to represent, a 2D, 3D nose, if that makes sense. But yeah. And he appeared with other trucks in the illustration. I'll just get those out. Like his Fred Pelhay, or as it should be, Fred Pelham, if you didn't know. And he was in the illustration too. But unlike the ULP fan, Fred actually got made in Wooden Railway. Then we got some teal truck that kind of looks like Rickety, but isn't really, because apparently Wooden Railway made Rickety up, but it kind of looks like him anyway. And finally, we have Scruffy. The Railway Series version appeared, where he was black all over. He looked kind of similar to Fred, where he was one colour all over, including his face. But here, Scruffy was actually in the TV series, and Wooden Railway made his TV series counterpart. So, yeah. Now, I suppose it's kind of understandable why Wooden Railway never made the ULP van, because he's such an obscure character who only appeared in illustration. But then that being said, they made Fred. Fred is in the exact same situation as this guy, and yet Wooden Railway still made him. So they made him, but for some reason they didn't make this guy. So, but I suppose it is what it is, really. So as you can see by the body type used, it's the exact same mould that was used for Annie and Clarabelle. And when I bought this, it was originally unpainted. I got this off eBay. It was completely unpainted, and I bought it with the intention of painting it. And so yeah, I turned it into the ULP van. Since Wooden Railway never made him, I thought I'd make him myself. And it'd be easy to make, because, the template is there. And since it was unpainted, I figured, might as well turn it into this. And one of these days, I might get another one of these unpainted ones and possibly make coaches out of them. So yeah, as I said, he's a very obscure character. He has no name. He's literally just the ULP van. Now, if you're wondering what ULP stands for, that is actually unknown. It was never revealed as to what it stands for. But if I had to guess, I would assume it would stand for Ulfstead Limited Packaging, which would make sense because Ulfstead is a place on the island of Sodor, so the U possibly means Ulfstead, and limited packaging could mean that this is a van that probably holds packages, maybe. So, yeah. And if I had to give a personality for this guy, I would probably portray him as kind of a nervous kind of guy, because if you look at the illustration he was in, he was the only truck who wasn't laughing at Oliver. And I like to think that he might actually be a nice guy and probably felt sorry for Oliver. Because after all, not every truck has to be troublesome. Like we've got Hector, who is a nice truck, but surely Hector can't be the only one. There's got to be others too, and I like to think that this guy is probably nice too. I mean, since he has no known personality, it's up to the fans to interpret what it's like. And I suppose I would probably have him as a nice guy, due to the expression on his face. But yeah, so that's all I can really say about the ULP van, the latest custom in my collection. So yeah, this is the first time I've ever tried to paint a face on, and I admit it didn't turn out too well, but I did the best I could. And yeah, and I do believe this is the first rolling stock custom in my collection. So that's something to point out right there. And so yeah, that's all I can really say about the ULP van. So yeah. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.